Hello everyone, and good evening to you, or good day, depending on when you're seeing this video. This is Roger, of course, with Groovis Games Unlimited, and welcome to our monthly Dungeon Crusade Kickstarter video update, where I just love to hang out with you, chill out a bit, go over the update, and this is a fantastic update. So, here we are. As always, thank you so much for your time and interest with the game, and of course to all the videos here on the channel. I want to welcome the new subscribers here. Hello, it's great to have you here. I hope you're enjoying learning about Dungeon Crusade, becoming acclimated to it. So it's all good. I'm glad that we're all here going over this. And as you can hear, I am feeling much better. Wow, I listened to the video when I was sick. For those who don't know, I never get sick, guys. Never, ever get sick. I got a great immune system, but I got sick and my voice was shot. So I am feeling 100% re-energized and just very driven. I'm full of energy X. So I'm feeling good. Here we are on the Kickstarter page. So let's just get into this here. And you guys kind of know my format for how I do things here with the update. So we'll just go over the headline here. Oh, and just so you know, there's a link, of course, to this, to the Kickstarter page and update in the description and the comment section. But right here, this button is here for pre-ordering a copy of the game. Late pledging is available, but as you're going to see in this update, we are getting close to print time, and I am so happy to say that. I'm really looking forward to getting this stuff out to you and just working on the smaller game I've been working on for next year. Okay, so link in the description, the headline, the proofs are here and in review, and a lot of the stuff you guys already know because I always, keep you in the loop for what's going on. And actually, wait, because I have to say something first. The showcase series, the new videos will be out tomorrow. It's Saturday early evening right now, and guys, it has been busy because of this update. So many nice comments, messages, and emails. It took me a few days to catch up on everything, and there was just stuff everywhere. So I'm very grateful. Thank you. 2 new videos will be out tomorrow on Sunday, September 25th. So look for those. Okay, now let's get into this. The proofs are here and in review, as you already know. The revised rulebook is available. This is a big one. I have a link for you to download the new revised rulebook. I worked with the absolutely amazing and brilliant Ilpo, this gentleman from Finland, and he's pretty much my best friend. He was just incredible to work with. He was the editor on the Dungeon Crusade rulebook. We worked closely together, where I did the graphic design for stuff. Just a great guy. And of course, other people helped out with the rulebook. Charlene, one of the tech writers, and a few others. This is available for you, and I took some of what I said from the update and put it by the link. So please download that, read it. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised how nice the rulebook came out. A lot of people have been saying they've looked through it and they love it. So thank you for that. Shipping in November, possibly. We're really shooting for November. At least to get the games out to the fulfillment service so they can start delivery. Many new showcase videos. These are for the people who have not been keeping up here on the channel, so we wanted to get them in the loop. And then you already know the Dungeon Dive creates a quest for Dungeon Crusade collides with Dungeons of Doria, and much more. So some of the stuff you already know, but let's get into this here. There's the poster showing off some of the photos we did of the proofs. You'll see more of those as we get into it. There's my ultra mega Dungeon Crusade update. There is a lot in this one, and here's just where I tell everyone hello, hope everyone's doing great, and then we get into it. And if you missed last month's update, I always have this previously on Dungeon Crusade, and there's a link for you right here to go check it out. And then, of course, the big news for this update, the manufacturer sent us the proofs, and they are under review. And you've seen this already, but there's some new photos for you to check out. And actually, I've been chatting with another one of the production engineers the very amazing Flora. She has come back aboard. She was working on another project, so we actually have 3 production engineers we're working with on going over the proofs. So this is where we're at now, and right here this just talks about the proofs and what we're doing. And I put this in bold print. Yes, everything will turn out the same from the first print run because they're using the same print machine. All the previous settings have been saved for like saturation, brightness, color, etc. So no worries with that. And this is really where the primary focus is right now, guys, is going over the proofs and working with the manufacturer. Towards the weekend, that's when I'd like to put out more showcase videos. So that's pretty much kind of the format we're rolling with right now. This is primary right now is to go over the proofs and let's get this thing printed and let's get it shipped out. These are some new photos I don't think you guys have seen before on the channel. Did a quick photo shoot showing some of the stuff here. We'll just scroll through them. Of course, you can go back here and take a look at the update in depth after the video if you want. There's the encounter cards, the reverse side. Those, you're going to get some spoilers there. If you zoom in, there's their code right there. Encounter cards. These are all just, how everything is looking. But like I said many times before here on the channel, do remember that they used a different machine to print these proofs. These were shrunk down. We are more concerned with making sure that all the cards are there accounted for. But of course, this is just a reprint, so it is, but there were a few things we had to adjust. So that's what these proofs are for, to make sure, like here's the hero level 3 hero cards, but on the reverse side is the level 2, kind of like down on this column, so that's on the reverse side. And on this here, this is the hero's backstories, but on the reverse side on these are of course the level 1 heroes. So that's what we're checking for, make sure everything lines up. Avalon Adventure board game close up with that code of theirs, and kind of a big shot of the Avalon Adventure board game board. Loot cards, there's 193 pieces of unique loot in Dungeon Crusade, and this is just one sheet. There was a whole nother one with even more loot cards. I love loot in games, therefore we shall have tons of loot in Dungeon Crusade. There were a few more. Here's like one that has just various cards on it. Loot cards, Tavern Task. We have the treasure chest cards, blessing cards. There's that. And I said right here, the primary focus right now is, reviewing the proofs and working directly with the manufacturer on any issues as we head into printing. Okay, Mr. Groovis, so when is this thing shipping out? Like I said, we're really looking towards November to ship it out. Since this is a reprint, it's going to go fairly quickly for the printing because all the hard work is already done. So no worries. We're going to talk about the Pledge Manager next. This is that video you guys have seen. Here's the Pledge Manager. This will be open throughout October, towards the end. Late pledging is available, of course, and the Pledge Manager, what was I going to say with this? There will be a 2-week notice before this closes, but don't worry, it's not going to be closing next week or the week after. There's plenty of time if you still want to pre-order a game. I never want to push or rush people into pledging for the game. Take your time, watch some videos, ask me questions. It's all good. If you have pre-ordered a game, please make sure all your information is up to date and your email is in your order. That's how you're going to get your tracking numbers. If you need help changing your address, just please reach out to me. I've helped many people, and the great folks at Pledge Manager love to help out. So just please let me know. Okay, moving on to the next section here. The Dungeon Crusade experience has been perfected and honed, as I've said a lot. I've said many times about this, but in this update in particular, I really wanted to reference this again. We listened to fans of the game. There were some things I wanted to change, and where the game is at now, from the heart, I am truly satisfied with it. just everything. You can read here, but everything that we put into the game, all the work we did on it, of course the revised rulebook, much slimmer, straight to the point in explaining the rules. Brand new solo crusader mode. There's the revised combat system, the scalable difficulty reference card for the challenges and events in the encounter deck, as well as for the traps in the dungeon and the trap treasure chest deck. Quicker game time, quicker setup time, so on and so forth. I listed everything here. Just want to say I'm very happy for all of us, for veteran crusaders and new people coming in. We've really perfected and honed the experience, and as a creator, I'm happy. I'm content. I'll be more content when we get the huge expansion out, because I really want to build on this game even more. And here it is right here. Right, I should have put this as the first thing. The revised Crusader's Handbook, Dungeon Crusade Revised Rulebook, is ready for immediate download, and this is searchable too. It's in PDF format. You can type in any word and it'll find it for you. This is only 46 pages long, and it contains 8 rule sets right here. Of course, the Dungeon Crusade rule set, Avalon Adventure board game, new Crusader mode, the Tomb of Kaladar dungeon, and then the 4 House of Chance games, Tower Attack, Skulljack, Heroes vs. Monsters, and my favorite House of Chance game, The Adventures of Bravely the Knight. And I put Justin here, our good friend Justin from Board Game Losers, because he put a review out, and he is a tough critic, and I love Justin because of that. And he had glowing things to say about the revised rulebook. He was given an advanced copy of it, and I believe his words were, it was a huge, huge improvement over the original. And that was really nice to hear from a tough critic. So you guys are well taken care of with the revised rulebook. The link for it will be in the description below. And then, actually, I'm going to put these there too for you. These are some other important things. If you're downloading this, go ahead and grab the Mercenary Camp for the Solo Crusader mode. You can grab the Minion Movement Speed Track, Scalable Difficulty Reference Card, and you'll be good to go with those. The Dungeon Crusade Showcase Series. This is just for people who have not seen this yet, and it goes in here to say that the 2 new videos will be coming out tomorrow on Sunday. Moving right along, and we already talked about this before, but I really wanted to feature this in this Kickstarter update with what Daniel did from the Dungeon Dive. It gave me a lot of ideas and inspired me to do a few things, and I'll be honest with you, I have not said this before, and please know it won't be anytime soon, but like in the next few months, I would like to make a 5th dungeon. Of course, name it somewhere in Avalon, and if I still have it, one of the artists, it was actually years ago, sent me some art assets for dungeons and that, so I might just put this dungeon together, a new type of dungeon, and you guys could use this for when you create a quest. And I won't say a lot about it now, but it'll be kind of like where you can randomize the different chambers and like the corridors, the hallways, and all that. So I would really like to do that, this 5th dungeon. It would be just a free download, and I love designing dungeons. I designed the 4 in the game. Of course, these artists took those and painted them professionally, so I really like to do a 5th dungeon for this new game mode here we're going to be talking about in a moment. And for you guys, if you design a quest, that you could use this new dungeon for that and arrange it how you see fit. Okay, and I know I talked about this in the video that I made, and this is again just the same video, but getting these guys up to speed, my reaction, my thoughts to what Daniel created. Of course, I was just blown away by it. I had no idea he was working on that, so that's what that is. And this is kind of revisited. As some of you know, there's a new game, well, there's actually 2 new game modes coming to Dungeon Crusade. A random dungeon generator, and that's where you use those skull tokens that are in the Pledge Manager for $5. The skull tokens are primarily used to identify chambers for what level they are for quests, but it's going to have a second purpose for the random dungeon generator. The other mode is quest challenges, and it's not like what Daniel created, but in a way it is like that. That's actually wrong right there. This new mode is going to offer shorter games, so you can get a quick fix of Dungeon Crusade. I've been working on this now for a while. Once the reprint wraps up, I'll be full-time on this to get this out for you guys. 40 minutes to under 2-hour playtime. And you can read about it here, about what this is. I won't take up all your time with this, but I'm going to be taking, certain heroes, and I guess it's more personalized type of quests. So this new mode is coming to Dungeon Crusade. And I don't think I said this before, I think that with this mode, and if people are going to be creating modes like what Daniel, or new quests like Daniel did, we have everything covered. If you want to play Dungeon Crusade with 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 heroes, we have that covered. We now have the solo crusader mode. So I think the focus from here on out is going to be making shorter versions of the game, or shorter quests or modes. So we have all the other stuff covered. This is going to be where we're going to try to, make just smaller games for people to play, where it doesn't take, more than a few hours to play a game. So I just wanted to touch on that. You can go back and read that. And what's next? I think this thing. Yeah, and you guys already know about this. Our friend Victor, creator of Dungeons of Doria. I wanted to get people in on this who have not known about this for the Kickstarter update. Dungeon Crusade is part of Dungeons of Doria now. We have Palum and Maheliak, who are playable heroes in Dungeons of Doria, as well as Michael's game, The League of Dungeoneers. And it was such a pleasure to work with all these guys. And Stephen Hyde, didn't forget about you. You're kind of the one who put all this together. But I put a link there for people if you wanted to get Dungeons of Doria. I was talking to these guys a few days ago, and Victor is still working out the pledge manager for that. So that is coming, but I do have the link to his page here for Kickstarter. So you can check that out. And that was the video that I made for the channel. And then I wanted to let people know about the League of Dungeoneers, Michael's game. And this thing is awesome as Dungeons of Doria. I think you can still pre-order the game for a little bit. I have a link here. This is so retro and awesome. It reminds me a lot of Warhammer Quest 95, but of course Michael put his own spin on it. So take a look at this if you're interested in more dungeoneering. Take a look at the League of Dungeoneers. He's worked very hard on this, and actually he just released an update that showed like the proof copy of the game, the box, and all that. So go over here and check out his actually this is going to take you to the pledge manager, but just search Kickstarter for League of Dungeoneers and that will come up. And then I just do my enclosing things like talk to people about what's going on and my little closing photo. And that's about it. I always recommend music. So this is one of my favorite bands, Lucifer, and this song is one of my favorite hard rock songs of all time, Automatic Thrill. So check out Lucifer, and you can come back here and read about everything. So guys, there you are. There is the video Kickstarter update number 16. I hope you enjoyed going over it with me. I'm going to get going because I want to get to work on these other 2 videos, or continue work on them so I can get these out for you tomorrow in the showcase series. And as always, thank you. I love you guys. Thank you for the support and just your time, just hanging out with me. Very grateful to you. A lot of awesome stuff on the horizon. So guys, check out the update, download the revised rulebook, have fun with that. I think you're going to enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next showcase video. Bye-bye.